Hey y'all, hey friend, hey girl, guess what? I'm back on your screen.
Oh baby, how you doing? You know I'ma come right to the chase, Some women were made, but me, myself, I like to think that I was created for a special purpose.
Look, listen y'all. I don't know why I picked up this camera, because your girl is not about to vlog, but you know, I was sitting here playing around with my eyebrows because they was hurting, so I was trying to pluck some hair out of it and was just thinking, and I was like, you know what, let me turn my camera on real quick. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you, my dear.
Hey,
Shut the door.
Hey kids. Hey.
So look, listen y'all, I was thinking, y'all, why is it so hard for people to believe that I hadn't washed in 7 months? I'm gonna say this first before I get into what I want to say. Now, had I said I got it like that, I ain't gotta wash for 7 months, baby, I only wear an outfit once and blase, going on and on bragging, would have had a problem with it. But that's not who I am, and that's not what I'm about. And I ain't mad, I'm just saying, like, somebody said, you want me to believe that you ain't washed in 7 months, why does your shirts be like, clearly I done said 1,000 times every time I do an outfit of the day since it's been warm outside. I told you I love wearing those little baby doll t-shirt things. Like, I buy a whole bunch of them. I have a whole bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no dusty person. I don't care what I'm lacking in, but I ain't finna continue to wear a white shirt more than once without washing it. You know what I'm saying? If it's dirty, it's dirty. If it's gonna sit there for 7 months, it's gonna sit there for 7 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't washed in 7 months. People get on my nerves. Just like y'all know what I'm trying to do for his business. Y'all done seen me with lashes, correct? Why I gotta fight with people about my lashes? Not only is my lashes not even long and full and thick as they used to be, I gotta fight with unbelievable people that these are my lashes and they ain't even long. Like, they not even thick. Like, why is it so hard for people to believe that you got what they think we shouldn't have? Because people think black women can't have long hair. I've had long hair all of my life. I've had long eyelashes all of my life, but they are thinner now that I'm older, and I used to wear those individuals back in the day. So, you know, now I have length, but they not thick like they used to. But people do not believe you. Just like the one chick, y'all, I should have punched her in her face. I told this story over on my beauty channel when it happened. All my wig units were dirty. I needed to wash them, and so I ended up relaxing my hair, and I wore my real hair out. I'm gonna show y'all a picture too of the hair I'm talking about. And so everybody was like, oh my gosh, Charnell, you got all that hair and you wear that wig. Why you do that? Why you do what you do? Like, it doesn't matter that a person has long hair and still chooses to wear weave. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, whether I have on my long hair or not, I'm still gonna be Charnell Lanay. Like, it's not killing you. It's definitely not killing me. It's not hurting anything or no one. So I don't understand why people worry about those type of things in life. I have so much going in life. Those type of things I don't worry about. Like, I just don't. And so I had my hair out, and this chick walked up to me saying, that ain't your real hair. I promise you, I was trying to ignore. Like, I was just like, oh, okay. You don't believe it? Okay. I ain't gonna prove it to you. You know what I'm saying? So she's still talking, just going on and on. And then finally, I was like, look. I looked over to her just like that and said, it is my real hair. Girl, I'm trying to find a picture of the day I had my own hair out. Hold on. But this is my hair on this picture right here. But this is around the time that I relaxed my hair. This is also my hair, fresh out of braids from up under a wig. But I want to show you the actual day. What was the next day that I had this hat on? Here it is right here. So I went to work that day with my glasses on. I had no contacts on or nothing, and I had my own hair. And this is the picture here. I know y'all can't see it, but my hair, this is the black right, dang, wait a minute, bro. The black right here, it stops about right here. That's my hair, my own hair. And this is the day. This is my hair. That's me, my natural state, you know, no makeup, my glasses, no contacts or nothing. And so anyway, back to my story. So, you know, finally after I said that to her, the girl had the nerve to say, bam, she stuck. Girl, this ain't your hair gonna do like this all the way down my head, just like this, started from here and ran her fingers down like that, you know, all the while laughing and all that. But honey, it wasn't no joke for me. Before I knew it, girl, don't touch my hair. Come in, princess. Don't touch my hair, girl. Before I knew it, girl, don't do that. I told you it was my hair. I ain't got to lie to you. What's wrong, baby?
Nothing. I'm
Yeah,
touching your hair.
No, I'm telling a story. Let me see. But anyway, girl, I ain't talking about nothing. I'm getting ready to go clean up room like I said. But yeah, people get on my nerves. Can't believe you X, Y, Z. Can't believe that. I don't believe. Yes, believe it. Do you know when it comes to princess? I've said this before too. Y'all don't probably know because I think I talked about all of this in a video way back over there on my beauty channel. But here's the thing. First of all, when it comes to princess, because I always wanted a daughter, so I already told y'all, like, all of my money went on my princess. Then I had like 3 other people in her life helping me buy. Her dad is A1 in her life, guys. I really, when it comes to school, I really don't have to buy anything. I do it, but dad does all of that. If he don't buy it, he gives me the money to go school shopping. And he is a shoe person, so he'll buy the shoes himself. But when it comes to clothes, either he will go get it, like I told you all, he bought all of those shirts, and he bought them too big, so sometimes that's why he will give me the money. So even if he give me the money and I go spend it, I still say, Dad, purchase it. You know what I'm saying? Anything that Dad give me, I think one time I had to put it on the bill, but I take it and put it all on princess. I don't worry about the boys no more because they older. But yeah, so you know, you got Dad, you got me. At the time I had my husband, clothes and shoes. Like, yeah, she has a lot. And yes, I didn't have to wash. Now granted, I said in the video, Bubba has been washing. That stuff you see, no. But to keep her going for school, yes, he was washing every other week or whatever. You know, it ain't, I don't even know why I'm explaining myself, because I know somebody gonna say it in the comment, Charnell, you ain't gotta explain to them. You don't owe nobody nothing. I don't. But I just don't understand. And I'm not this perfect person, I always said, but I'm telling you, some stuff I just don't trip off of. I don't trip off certain stuff. So I think it bothers me, like, really, you tripping off that? You mad or not? So, but look, listen, like I said, I don't know why I picked up this camera, because I ain't getting ready to do nothing for its vlogging. I'm getting ready to do a clean with me and wait for my soulmate to get off from work, and still ain't gonna be able to do too much nothing then, because I gotta get ready for work. But I gotta hurry up and get in here and record, because I need to edit it, because this video needs to be up tomorrow. So look, listen, y'all, what else I want to talk about? I told y'all my struggle of what I was going through. I was talking about hardships or whatever, and I was talking about the food stamps or whatever. But y'all, I did the application, but you know, they call you on the phone and stuff, but my phone got cut off, and I had to wait until I got paid. And so I just paid the phone bill, girl, and the phone is still not on. Then they're gonna try to say my payment was declined or whatever. So I'm going back and forth with them right now about that. But I'm looking at my bank account and the money is out. It's completed. Like, they trying to play me. But I ain't gonna worry about that, because I know it's gonna be good in a minute. And what else? So yeah, that's it there. So I don't know the results of that, but I'm still gonna struggle. But someone told me yeah, I swear I was like 18 or 19, maybe 20 the last time I got some food stamps. I promise to God. So, and I'm how old now? Okay. So look, listen, 20 plus years ago, damn near. So it's been that long. So somebody gonna tell me that I can't take no check stubs in there that has overtime on it. I'm like, since I lost that job, I've been having to pick up overtime just to get close. I'm just gonna tell y'all this much. I make $550 less than what I was getting every 2 weeks. That's a lot of money that I lost. You know what I'm saying? So I have to kind of work to get to a point where, you know, I ain't straight up struggling. You know what I'm saying? Where bills is paid, but I'm broke. You know, I don't mind that, because I've always been the type of person, as long as everything paid, I'm okay. And I do know I have goals, and I do know that there is an ending. So I've never tripped off of that either. I never tripped off of it. until there was a time that one of my babies asked me for something, but I don't have to worry about that now. I just have Princess. So I got smart over the years. You know, I kind of put $5 or $10 here and there, you know, just in case something come up. Mom, we going on a field trip, I need $10, I need $13, you know, and they like to hit you before, you know, you get ready to go out the door to go to work, and like, really, why you ain't tell me that yesterday? So, you know, I done got smart over the years that I kind of stash, you know, $5 or $10 here in the drawer, so I can always go and get it just in case something like that happen. And I know all y'all say God got me. I know God got me. I know he supplied all my needs and stuff like that. Since I made that video, I have got paid, which actually I got paid on today. So I was able to get everything taken care of. Like I said, it was 2 bills that I needed to do. It was my car note and my gas bill, and I took care of that. So I got that out the way. So now in my next fight, now it's gonna be time to pay rent again with the next check. So, you know, that's my struggle. So, you know, I'm not complaining. I'm grateful and thankful for everything I have. I'm thankful that I can even get up and go to somebody's job, you know, to try to make a living and stuff, to keep and maintain the home and take care of Princess and all of that. But that was a big loss for me. And like I said, I think I've decided to stick it out, because I can go out and get paid close to what I was making at the other job, but I don't want to, being that we in July, y'all, income tax time coming around, and I know what it is I'm trying to do. And even though I'm not selling product, I'm building my clientele. Even y'all, Charnell, you need to get your merch. Charnell, you need to do this. Charnell, you need to do that. So I got the clientele, and I'm gonna do it, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. I can't speak on it right now. I found a new way to do what I want to do for us, the t-shirts, guys. No middleman. I got this, y'all. I got this, and I got y'all. Just wait. But here's the thing, I'm not gonna drop them t-shirt merch until the beginning of the year, because I got to get everything I need. I did a lot of research, and I figured this thing out. Okay, you know, I got it. So yeah, we're gonna make this a family thing. Yeah, I ain't really talking about nothing, y'all. I do have one more story time coming, and that was the story, and I was telling y'all about my son. Oh wow, I should just do it right here in this video. Do part 1, because it's 3 parts, because the demon of cancer showed up in his life 3 times. So look, listen, y'all, that's what I'll do. So look, listen, I might as well do it here in this video, y'all. Give y'all part 1 of the demon that showed up. But the demon of cancer showed up, but the power of God. You heard me? Y'all hear what I just said? Keep that in mind. I know I'm slow about stuff, but remember what I just said. The demon of cancer, but the power of God. Remember that. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and do part 1 in this video for us, a story time about my son. My son that's known as Bubba here on YouTube, and to us at home. His godmother gave him that name. So look, listen, y'all, I'm gonna make this short and sweet, because I really wanted to record these videos in a different type of way. Yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna do part 1 here, and then I'll do part 2 and 3 in another video. So look, listen, the year was 2006. Kendrick was 9 years old, and one day I was at home. I was off this day, and I was preparing dinner for my boys when they got home. Because look, listen, y'all, when them boys was growing up, your girl was cooking. I was cooking Sunday meals every day, not just on Sunday, every day. I'm talking about every day. I always cook for them boys. And anyway, I was in the kitchen cooking, and the boys came home from school. No, let me go back. Prior to this day, I had noticed that Kendrick, you know, had like this glow in his eye. You know, I just thought he was like, he was just a peculiar kid, just like how we are all peculiar people, you know, because he was, back then, he's still special. My son's still special, but back then he was so special, like a special type of kid. He was smart, he knew big words. So, you know, we just thought he was just this special kid, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's how I summed it up, you know. Like, he's just special, he different. God made him different, you heard me? And he had like this glow in his eye. So I knew something was wrong with the eye, but I didn't know that something was wrong with it, you know, for us anything bad, you know what I'm saying? I just thought his eye was different. Anyway, back to the day they came home from school. All 3 of my boys, they came in from school, and Kendrick was walking down the hallway, because you had a long hallway leading to the kitchen where I was, and He came down the hallway. He was bent over and he was holding his eye. And I'm like, what's wrong? He was like, Mama, my eye hurt, my eye hurt. So girl, I geared up, stopped everything I was doing, and I took my son over to the emergency room. You know, and I took him over there because his eye was red and you know, and plus it was painful according to what he was saying. So I took him over to the emergency room, and you know, thinking that my son had the pink eye. Like, you know, that's all I thought. And we were there for a long time, but you know, I ain't really trip off of it, but I was kind of concerned, like, why are we here so long? They got us here all this time for the pink eye. And so they had did a lot of tests on his eye, looking in his eye, 1,000 people coming in and out the room looking into my son's eye. And then the nurse that was, you know, caring for us that day, she came back into the room and she was like, we're waiting on oncology to come and speak with you. For real though, I was slow because I really didn't know what oncology meant, but I knew it was a different doctor and a special type doctor. So I'm looking at her like, I said, what is an oncology doctor, right? I kind of knew, you know, just like ophthalmology. And my dumb mind probably did think that. Now that I'm thinking back, you know, optometrists, you know, special names for the eye doctors, right? So that's what I was thinking. I ain't know at that time oncology, you know, meant, you know, was that specialized in people with cancer, right? So I'm like, okay. They take us out of the one room we was in and place us in another room. You know, the rooms they set you in when they need to tell you when a loved one is dead, or you know, they need to have a meeting. That type of room, a small room. Now by this time, I didn't call Dad. Dad showed up. I think Dad's mom was there. I think Grandma Wanda was there. I can't remember, but I remember the day Dad was there because he said something really weird to me that day. But anyway, I'll get to that. And so we come in, and to this day, Dr. Hughie is still my son's oncology. To this day, even though he has gotten older, he still goes there. He actually has an appointment coming up on July 26th. You know, he still goes to the Children's Hospital because they've been taking care of him since day one. Then we get a knock on the door and Dr. Hughie walks in. He was the oncology. And so, girl, he started talking to us and stuff. And I mean, like, he got straight to the point because they needed to do surgery like immediately. Like he wasn't trying to play no games with nobody. He just got straight to the point and said that they think that this is cancerous. Girl, I about died. You know, I lost it. I'm crying so hard. And at this point, you can see straight through my son's eye. I cannot make this up. But come to find out, the tumor was so big that everything in his eye had detached. The retina, everything detached. Just pushed everything on out the way. So literally it was just like nothing there. Like nothing there. And so, wait, come to find out, the pain that he was having is because it was the cancer being active in his eye. So that's why it was so painful. Golly, Jesus, thank God for pain, because usually that's how we even find out about this demon. You know what I'm saying? Whew. I hated that I said that, because every time he told me he was in pain, I took him to the doctor at each time, and that's what it was. So every day, just like I asked them, how was their heart? You know, what's going on in your mind? Every day I asked Kendrick, are you in pain? Are you okay? You know, I still ask him that. So anyway, they get a schedule to see Dr. Espinoza. She was the surgeon that did his eye. So the name of the cancer that he had at the time, retinoblastoma. Retina, you know, in the eye. Retina. Retinoblastoma. Now here's the thing about having eye cancer. The only way to find out if there is cancer in the eye is to remove the eye. In Kendrick's case, his eye wasn't able to be saved. Usually they can put it back or whatever they're gonna do, whatever. Kendrick, his was so far gone that his wasn't able to be saved. Now let me give you a little bit more about the disease. The disease that my son had is usually a disease they find in womb while mom is still carrying child. Kendrick was 9. Again, he was too old for the disease, and usually it comes in both eyes. But in Kendrick's case, Bubba's case, it came in one eye. So, you know, they was all, you know, kind of like baffled because like I said, they find this in utero, and usually by the age 2, if they don't find it there, it usually show up, you know, at a younger age. They was basically saying my son was a bit too old for the disease, you know, or the demon. You know, I rebuke you, demon of cancer, in the name of Jesus. So anyway, we go through, we see Dr. Espinoza, and she took care of Kendrick. When I say God gave an awesome team to care for my son, when I say awesome, from the eye doctor to all the other doctors, which we'll talk about later, girl, just awesome. Yeah, so anyway, let me move back. I'm tripping, I'm moving too fast. And so I'm crying and stuff, and he went out to get us information. The doctor left out to get more information, to come back to talk to us more. So I'm crying, and you know what Dad said to me? He was like, what you crying for? Do y'all know to this day I still think about that? Now that's the stuff I do think about. I want to know why he asked me that. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to talk about him a bit more as his son got older and that demon showed up again. Yeah, and so they do the surgery, and the tumor was so big that it had pushed everything out. I think I said this already, but I kind of was jumping ahead. But anyway, it had pushed everything out the way, detached everything, so there was no saving for my son's eye. He just completely had to lose the eye, and my son lost his eye at the age of 9. They did the surgery. She did an awesome job on it. It looked good, but you know, I got this 9-year-old son, you know, that cancer showed up in his body at 9 years old and in his eye. So look, listen, I believe, I could be wrong, Bubba, that he think it's normal to see out of one eye. I think he really was born like this. I remember he was little, he used to always sit up on the TV like this, and we used to always tell him, boy, get back from that TV, gonna mess up your eyes. Y'all know how moms used to say that, and they rub off on us. So yeah, we used to say that to him. And I'm getting ready to ask him though, I think he could never answer this question. I don't think he's ever been able to see out that eye. Bubba, can you come here? I got a question. And I'm recording. I got a question. I don't know if I asked you this before, and since we had dealt with that cancer stuff. How you say it? Cancer? Cancer. Have you ever been able to see out of that eye before they took it out? Do you remember? Or do you think he was born? No. Not been, so you was able to see out the eye before it started hurting that day you came running down that hallway crying saying it was hurting. You remember that day? You do? Oh, okay. So you was able to see. Okay, I always thought that you couldn't because you never complained about the eye until that day. So that was just my question. I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you, son. Love you.
Love you too.
All right. So yeah, he said he's been able to see. I thought he couldn't because like I said, prior to that day, Kendrick never displayed any discomfort, any pain, or anything in the eye. I was just always thinking to myself that he couldn't have been able to see out the eye. So, but anyway, like I said, Kendrick had the surgery, got everything removed. After the surgery was over, Kendrick had to go through chemo and radiation. The radiation was so hard on my baby. They was doing all kind of tests, bone marrow, of course all the CT scans, the MRIs, just test after test after test after test, honey. So my son would get his radiation, and from the time he was 9 years old, Kendrick is 22 now, from the time he was 9 years old until he was 18 going on to 19, my son was admitted to the hospital every Thursday and released on Mondays to get his chemo. You know, the doctor said Kendrick had more chemo than an adult can stand. They used to call him the rubber band man because he was stretched back, baby. Yes, we'll talk about how good God is a little bit later. But hold on, look, listen. Y'all, oh my God. At one way, I can hardly talk about this without even crying. It was hard, especially when he first got cancer. So, but anyway, so yeah, he had to receive chemo, and then he also had to do radiation. It was just horrible on my baby. That chemo and radiation just turns everything black. Of course, you know, you lose your hair. It was just a mess, and my son was getting admitted every Thursday, like I said, getting released on Mondays. And I'm this young mom, I got all these kids. I still had to go to work. I still had to be a mom. I still had to get my babies to his appointments, because when he wasn't admitted, we were still doing appointments. I had to help them with homework. That's how I think my kids kind of got how they live. Got to the point I couldn't help with no homework no more, girl. So look, listen, yeah, it was hard. It was hard on me. It was hard on my other babies. You know, they would go to school on the days that he did go to school, or if he was in the hospital, I go to work, they get out of school, and as soon as I get home, we go straight to the hospital, and we would stay until it was time to go to bed. Like, that was our routine for years, even after he got a little bit older. Not the third time, and we'll get to that. Like I said, I'll make that a separate video, because I got to get up and go and do something, y'all, real quick. So look, listen, yeah, he was going through his chemo, you know, weekly, and he was on this high dose of it, and I don't think Kendrick kind of understood at the time. I do believe he knew he was going through something. He didn't display any emotions the first time around. The second time he did, and this third time he just wanted to know why, y'all. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, we doing chemo, and we finally got him over the hump. He got his eye, and then once we got through chemo, now this is gonna be a long story short, y'all. If y'all have any questions, just put them down in the comment section, and I'll try to answer them. Once they removed the eye, they sent his eye out for genetic testing, and genetic testing showed that if he have children, his children will not get the disease or whatever. I just don't know how that showed up in my baby. I don't know, because it's not genetic. Well, now for his children, it is genetic. I can't remember, girl. Y'all don't know. My brain, when I say my brain is shot, because I've been through so much with this, like, shot. Anyway, like I said, his children will not get the gene or whatever if, you know, he should have children or whatever. He was getting bone marrow, y'all. That was the worst test. And then at the time, he was 9 years old. He couldn't swallow pills. We had to fight him on that. It was just so hard. And he had to get I think he had to get a spinal tap. I don't know. But something happened with my baby that it had him bent over walking. This was after, you know, we found out everything or whatever. He was bent over walking. He couldn't stand straight up. His back was hurting so bad. And I can't remember why. Was it from a spinal tap that they had given him? I don't know. But they needed to do some other test. He had to be in a supine position on his back, but he couldn't do it. And the reason I brought that up, because to this day, this is something else that bothers me. Because I know my baby was in so much pain, but we was forcing him down so he can get this test. But guys, he was in so much pain. But at that time and in that moment, we didn't understand that he was in pain. And I wish the doctors would have said that he was in pain, but they end up figuring out something as to why he's in pain. Like I said, I can't remember, but I still to this day feel so bad about trying to force my baby to lay back when he was in all that pain. He was already going through so much. Then we're gonna try to force him to lay back and he's in pain. Girl, oh my god. Whew, that's the type of stuff that bothers me. And so yeah, but yeah, that first time around, like I said, it was hard on me as a mother, you know, still trying to be with my son. And like I said, we would stay at the hospital until it was time to go to bed. We'll get home, and we did homework and stuff there. Some days I will cook before we leave, and we'll either eat or take it with us, or we'll get something. And with Kendrick, he was so sick, he can barely even eat their food. So he never did really eat. If y'all notice, Kendrick's still skinny to this day, girl. He ain't eat nothing. He still don't eat. It made him so sick. It was so heartbreaking. I felt so bad for my baby. But in the process, you know, they did a lot for us to make us feel happy, to make Kendrick feel happy. You know, of course, we did make a wish. The nurses were awesome. The Dr. Hughie was awesome. We had a lot of nurses that just loved and adored Kendrick and us as a family. It was just so amazing, you know, things that they was doing for us. His make-a-wish was a room makeover. Girl, it's weird because it turned into them doing stuff for me. They ended up buying me a washer and dryer. They just started doing a whole bunch of stuff, and Kendrick got a whole bunch of stuff, gift cards, shoes, anything that he wanted or could think of. They made it happen for him. He met a lot of the hockey players during his stay at the hospital, and my camera cut off. But yeah, they did a lot for him, you know, to try to make him feel comfortable or whatever. Yeah, but me and my boys, we did all of that together. Me and my other boys, we was there. We was there as a family. You know, Dad was there. All of us was there to help Kendrick get through this horrible moment in his life. And yeah, it was horrible. It was just horrible. I hated to see my baby. And all I can think about is, I'm too young for this. I don't know how to do this. I used to always say that. Even though I was doing it, it was the weirdest thing. I was like, I don't know how to be a mom and go to work and take care of a sick child. And I was doing it all along. I was doing it. And I was doing it, you know. And that's when I found my passion for writing. I used to work for this website to get paid to write, you know. I remember I wrote a piece called Somewhere in My Son's Heart. Yeah, I wrote a piece on that and they liked it, and I started working for this site, and I used to get paid to write. And it was basically, at this point, I was just writing my feelings and what I was going through. As a mother, when you hear those words that your child has cancer, your whole world come crashing down. My whole entire world, it just crashed. It was just like I was in this building and just the bricks just fell on me and I was suffocating. I didn't know what to do. I just didn't. And I didn't want to make any mistakes as a mother, you know, getting him to his doctor's appointment, because they were mighty. It was so many appointments and you couldn't miss none, because if you miss this appointment, you can't do this. And if you do this, you got to do this, and you had to start all over. And so soon after that, he ended up having to go back into surgery to get his port put in, because they didn't want to keep sticking him, so they can use the port and access the port every time he needed to get his chemo or whatever. And it was just a lot. It was a whole lot. You know, I don't regret going through that as a mother. I know now, you know, as the person and as the woman that's sitting before you now, that I was built for it. Because like I said, I had all these young children. The oldest boy was 12. My other son was 11. Kendrick was 9. And KK 5. Young. I had all these young boys and still trying to keep them out the streets, even though they wasn't. But I was just trying to find ways to keep them, you know, how I had them. But like I said, I realize now, as the woman that's sitting before you, that I went through all that because God knew that I probably had to deal with X, Y, and Z, you know, other things. And what somebody told me one day on one of my comments, God gives his battles to his strongest soldiers. That's what someone said to me. And you know what? That comment gave me my life, y'all. When y'all comment stuff like that, I get so... I'm an animated person and my spirit jumps and it talks. If someone speaks something to my spirit, I promise you, if it's for me, I receive it and it just push me. I just excel. You know what I'm saying? Like with that last video I made about me going through hardships, they're like, girl, everybody going through something. You gonna get over this. After I made the video, I don't regret making the video. I was just thinking about reading the comments, like, you right. It's not like I'm just straight up struggling, Charnell. You just going through this, you know, until you get to that. You know, you all help me know that. And sometimes I know that, but sometimes if you don't have people to speak into your life or have people to encourage you, sometimes you can't feel that, or you don't see it. You know what I'm saying? And the job that I was working with at the time, they were really awesome to me. They had put on bake sales to raise money for my son and the family. They bought him DVD players, portable DVD players, and girl, the school got together and sent out a tutor for my son while he was in school, so he didn't miss a beat. So when he wasn't in school, they would send the work up to the hospital. I didn't even have to go get it. They would have it transported there. It was just so awesome. And a lot of people made that so easy for me. And I'm so glad that God placed those people in place at the time that he did. I'm grateful that they had the hearts that they had, because I don't care, you know, people can be in the medical field and don't have a heart. Most people are in it for the money, you know what I'm saying? But I was blessed, and Kendrick was blessed to have some really cool, awesome nurses, doctors, teachers, principals. Girl, yes, it was awesome. I did it, you know, because I'm here. I did it. But at the time, I didn't think I could, you know, because like I said, I felt like I was too young to be trying to care for a sick child. You know, I felt like I didn't know no better. Like I said, I always felt like I was gonna fail the doctors, and not get into his appointments. But I made it to every appointment. I made it to clock in every time I was due. Damn. Just terrible. I made it to work every time I was scheduled to work, you know. I still cook meals every day like I was supposed to, you know, but the whole time I kept saying, I didn't know the power of the tongue then. But I used to always say, I can't do this. I can't. And at the time, I did feel alone. At the time, it was just me doing it. Just me going backwards and forwards to the hospital. I had no one there to help me, relieve me. Dad wasn't around. You know, not a way where he wasn't helping me take care of the kids. It's just that he wasn't there, you know. And he came, but I felt like I couldn't leave. I couldn't do nothing but be right there. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was doing all the going and all of everything. You know what I'm saying? I felt alone the first time he got sick, you know. And those was one of those instances when people say, if you need me, call me. If you need me, I'm there. If I need you, of course I need you, you know. So when people offer that to me, I take it with a grain of salt. I'm never gonna call you, because if you really wanted to help me, you would already offer your service. Charnell, if you need to take a break from the hospital, go home and take care of your other children, I'll come and relieve you, because I wasn't gonna leave my baby there by himself. I felt comfortable going home, going to bed, knowing that he would sleep too. That was the only time I had to leave him and go to work, you know. So, you know, all those people offering, you know, their services for us, me needing them, it never happened. It never happened. You know, that's like a safety net for people, you know. It's just something that we say to people. If you need me, you know I need you. How about you could have stayed at the house with the other kids while I'm at the hospital with Kendra? Or how about you cook a meal and bring it over for me? You know, that's why to this day, like, don't get me wrong, y'all know I told y'all my story. I've had help all my life. You know, I had my mom, and then everything I did on my own with my children. Everything. I went without. Girl, I went to bat for my children. I did it because they didn't ask to be here, and it was nobody else's responsibility. So I always made sure I was able to do for them. I didn't want to have to depend on no one else to do for them. Now with help is fine, but I didn't want to depend on anyone to do nothing for my children. I did it all on my own. That's how I came up with the idea of spending my income tax on them. I ain't want nothing from nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been mistreated, you know, with my kids. I had to stay with a friend, and I remember her friend came over and they asked, where Nanay at? Because y'all, my family calls me Nanay. Only people call me Charnell is now you all and my co-workers. They was like, where Nanay? They was like, she in there because she got kids. Basically saying that me or my kids couldn't be out there, you know. Like, to this day, she don't even know I know she said it. She's supposed to be my best friend, girl, bye. And so I've always been that mother. I had a lot of kids and did better than most that only had one or two. I've seen too much, and I've seen how people mistreated your kids. And my aunties used to watch my kids while I went to work. I used to have to pay them like $25 a week. So nothing was basically given to me. I always had to either pay, and I got it how I live. You know what I'm saying? I think I did a pretty good job as a mother, but as a mother, we don't never fully believe that we did a great job with our children. If anything, any problem should arise, we feel like we failed. You know what I'm saying? Even if we raise our kids one way and they grow up to do something totally different, we feel like we failed our children. You know what I'm saying? I used to wonder how my mom, even though that was her baby, but she would make certain statements like, I can't worry about him, he's grown, I told him what to do, or I raised him X, Y, and Z. I now understand if my mom constantly went running behind my brother, worried about my brother, she probably would have been in her grave way sooner than she is now. You know what I'm saying? She did lose a couple, 2-3 jobs, but she had to kind of think like, look, I just can't anymore. You know, you of age, I'm not going to keep running to your aid, trying to rescue you from this and that, going to jail, none of that. And I used to be wondering how she can do that. Now to this day, I can't do that still. If one of them boys call me, I don't care if they messed up, like I could talk to them blue in the face, girl, I'm there some kind of way. If I gotta give up some bill money like I have lately, I don't care. If my son, especially my son is in the Navy, if he need anything, he got it. He got it. Sometimes I hold on to my work check 3 and 4 and 5 days just in case he might need me. He don't never be calling. That's my protector. That's my protector. And again, all my boys protect me, but that's my protector. Yeah, y'all get it right. Watch somebody come in. So anyway, look, listen. I ain't talking about nothing, y'all. That's all I got on that story there. I am a big crybaby. This gonna get a little bit more ugly, so I'm gonna go ahead and end that. So that is part 1 to my son's story, the demon of cancer, but the power of God. You hear me? God has healed my son 3 times. He is an awesome God. We serve a mighty God. You hear me? He's worthy to be praised, and I give God all honor. I do, because he is amazing. He is a healer. He is Jehovah Rapha. I probably said it wrong, but I know, baby, he is a healer, baby. He is the one to restore. You hear me? Oh my God. God is awesome. He is awesome. He is awesome, y'all. This story, it goes on, and I promise you to give you part 2. And so yeah, I don't really know what I'm talking about, y'all. So look, listen, I'll see y'all the very next time I turn this camera back on. Hey,
let's rock, let's rock.